me Anand here. So I'm going to teach you a poem which is written by Rudyard Kipling, and the title of the poem is If. If is a poem where a father is addressing his son. A father is setting some guidelines for his son to achieve goal in his life. A father always feels that his son must be a very good person. His son must always, be a successful person in his life. And that's what every father does in this world. In the same way, here in this poem, a father is addressing his son. He is setting some guidelines for his son, which will help him to prosper in his life. Here, a father is also telling his son how to face the different troubles, how to come out of different obstacles, how to come out of different problems in life. In the first stanza, the father says that his son must have patience, his son must be always calm while making his own decision. He should not listen to others. He should not be always worried about what people will say, because there are different people who fail in their responsibilities and they will blame you. They will lead you in a negative way, in a negative route. But you should be always patient, and you must have faith on yourself. You must have faith on your decisions. You must be confident enough so that you will not be misguided by anyone. He also says that many people will doubt if you are capable or not. This doubt should not take you down. Most of the time it happens if somebody doubt us, that if somebody says that you won't be able to do this or you are not fit for this, then this thing decreases our confidence level. So here the poet, in fact the father, he says to his son that all these doubts should not decrease your confidence level. In fact, you should not listen to them. But at the same time, he also says that you should not ignore them. Try to find out what all are the positive things that you can grab from these negative comments. He also says that he should not react in a very negative way to those people who are always negative to his son. That means the son should not react in the same way how the people react to him. If somebody speaks wrong about me, I should not speak the same way. In fact, I should have some patience. I should listen to him. If people are always negative towards you, if people doesn't think good for you, it doesn't mean that you will do the same. He says that you should not, that means the son should not bring himself down to that level of those negative minded people, of those narrow minded people. He also says that at the same time he should not be overconfident. Suppose if his son has turned to be a very good person, if his son has turned to be a very wise and knowledgeable person, then his son should not boast of himself. He should not speak good about himself. Let the other people speak good about himself. Only then he will be a wise man, because a good man or a wise man never speaks or never, boast oneself. In the second stanza, the father says to his son that dreaming is good, but dreams should not be your master. Dreams should not have mastery over your life, or else you will just become a daydreamer. No doubt, every one of us, we have different dreams, we have different, targets. But just dreaming is not enough. If you don't change into action, if you don't act on it, then it will just remain as a dream, and it will never change into reality, which will affect you, which will harm you. And also, in the second line of the second stanza, the poet says that no doubt thinking and planning are good, and one must always think and plan, but at the same time he must act on it. If we keep on thinking and we keep on planning, but we never act on it, but we never change it into action, then that will be a problem again. That will be a very serious problem. That way the poet's son, or anyone whosoever thinks and never act in reality, will lose everything in their life. The poet, in the third line of the second stanza, says that no doubt everyone face different situation in their life. Many ups and downs come in everyone's life. So that is universal fact. It is not that all the time one's life will be excellent or nothing bad will happen to him. So it's not the same always. Situation or time is not same always. But one must treat both this equally, the up as well as the down. Both things, both situations must be treated equally. He must not break down when the time is not going good, or he must not get overexcited when the time is too good, like when the situation is too good, because both these things are temporary. What permanent is your life, the way you are living. The poet again gives some advice to his son, that one must always be truthful to oneself. I should not lie myself. If I have done any mistake, then I must have that guts to listen to those words, listen to those comments, and I should not lose, or I should not break down. In fact, I must grab all the negative comments and build myself in a more positive way and make myself more stronger. So here what the father says to his son, no doubt no one is perfect, but if sometime one does any kind of mistake, or he says to his son that if you commit any mistake, or any of your words which you have spoken is not good or is wrong, then you must have that guts to listen to those things. It's not that if you are, no doubt our enemy or his son's enemy will always try to criticize him, will always try to find what wrong he has done. So he must always have that guts to listen to those comments, to listen to those negative comments which people will make on him. But it doesn't mean that he will stop doing what he is doing. If I fail in my life, my enemies, or anybody whosoever hates me will may criticize. But this criticism should not let me go down. In fact, I must build myself in a more stronger way. So this is what this father, the poet, says to his son, that if his enemy or if anyone criticizes him, then he must have that guts to listen to those criticism and at last build him in more strong way, bring his new image, new picture. In the third stanza, the poet, addressing his son, says that he might come across different influencer, but his belief should not be influenced by anyone. What he is, that is very important. He says that he must be the real him. That means you must be the real you. You should not be manipulated by someone. You should not be influenced by anyone. You should not change yourself. You should not change the real you just because of someone else. Yes. So one might come across different people and they might influence in different way, but your belief should not be influenced by them. And he also says that you might work someday with very renowned person, with very powerful person, but you should not lose that touch with the common people. Basically it happens in our society, in our locality, that we can see many times when the social status of a particular person changes from lower to higher, then we could see some changes in his attitude. Not everyone, but some people does that. So the poet says that his son should not do so, and he also says that he should treat equally, like he should not be too dependent on anyone. He's not his friend also, because it is never sure when people are going to hurt you. So he should not be too much dependent on anyone, and he should not let anyone to be dependent on him. He says that his son must know the value of time. Time is very precious and it never wait for anyone. So that's why he says to his son that don't waste your time just thinking about others, or just living for other people, be it friend or be it anyone. He says that no doubt people will be dependent on you, but it should not be too much dependent. People should not be too much dependent on you, that you will lose your own time, because time is precious. That is why the poet addressing his son says that your friends or your enemies or anyone in this society might be dependent on you, and there is no harm if somebody is dependent on me or anyone, but it should not be like too much dependent, because I have my own life. He says to his son that his son has got his own life and he should live his own life first. If he is always busy on solving others' problem, if he is always busy thinking about other, if he is always busy giving service for other, and he will not think of himself, then he will lose that time where he could have lived his own life. So here we come to the end of this poem, and as a whole, if I say the poem here, a father is addressing his son and setting some guidelines and principles which his son must follow, and he believes that if these principles will be followed by his son, if his son follows all this principle, then his son will become a very successful person in the near future. And he also teaches his son how to overcome from different problems of life, or how to deal with different situations. Thank you so much. If you like the video, please do like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to press the bell icon for more videos. As well as, if you have any problem, if you have any doubt, if you have not understood anything, please drop a comment in the comment box.